I'm going to keep this one short and to the point because I've already had to scrap a pretty long video about why I thought Biden should drop out. So, yeah, let's just jump into the actual amazing news that we have and just discuss. Greetings, lovely people, and as of Sunday, July 21st, 2024, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., to use his full name, has officially dropped out of the race. He announced this over Twitter as well as through a few different calls with his teams, essentially. And yeah, I was very happy on Sunday. I must be honest here. I was very happy with the situation happening the way it did. It is, and as many people have pointed out, it is unfortunate he did have to essentially be pushed out. We were very close to a lot of major members of the Democratic Party going public on not wanting Biden to continue running. And at the end of the day, like, no one should be forced out of the position, but it's the best thing to do for the future of America. And yeah, in Joseph's place, in Joe's, in Brandon's place, we have, of course, current Vice President and potential future President Kamala Harris. And yeah, there are plenty of issues. I'm not going to get into them in this video, but obviously, if you know anything about Kamala Harris, you know that her history isn't perfect, but hell, she's 30 years younger than Biden. I will take that any day of the week. And yeah, realistically, this is the best situation we could have gone for, especially after all the various coconut pilled memes and all the K-Hive stuff that's been going on recently. There is a lot going on that has really set Kamala up for success. And already she's polling better than Biden was. Just in general, everything is kind of going her way. And having listened to her first kind of like press conference that she's done, it's very good. There are a lot of really good points made, and the fact that it is essentially a cop running against a felon, with Kamala being, an ex. I'm just going to continue to call her cop because I can't remember her exact title. But yeah, versus Trump, who has just been convicted of, what was it, 36, 37 felonies? It is an insane time to be involved in politics, to be interested in politics. And yeah, it's really interesting as well, having to see the, Republican side or the right-wing side try and attack Kamala, but they have so much ammunition for the fact that Joe was older than Trump, that now that is no longer a factor, now that age isn't the actual factor here, for them at least, because obviously, we can now say that Trump is the older nominee. It really just flip it on its head. They're just essentially going on about the odd few instances of him saying, of her saying, sorry, I'm getting Joe and Kamala confused here, of Kamala saying some off-the-wall, kind of nonsensical things that in full context actually make a lot of sense, especially, the "did you just fall out of a coconut tree" line that is so often mentioned, as well as just her laugh. Like, there's been quite a few posts of just compilations of her laugh being posted by right-wing personalities and right-wing, politicians and stuff like that, being like, do you really want someone like this to be president? Someone laughing? I don't know. Her laugh is weird, and don't get me wrong, like, I do understand how that can be a turn-off for some people, but, like, it's just her laugh. I don't think, I may be wrong, I don't think I've ever heard Trump laugh. And I can only imagine if he laughed, it would be very rather than anything that is like jovial or happy, like something that's just very dull and low and grumbly. I don't know. But yeah, Kamala Harris is the presidential nominee for the Democrats. Things could change. It is completely possible something could change before the Democratic convention. I somehow doubt it. But yeah, this situation is getting very, very interesting. It will be very interesting indeed to see who the VP pick is. A lot of people are still saying Newsom might. I don't see it personally, but who knows? But there's a lot of options that are actually pretty good that I think Kamala could legitimately end up choosing from. We just have to wait and see, I guess. And speaking of VP picks, we did recently have the RNC, and we did find out Trump's running mate. It is J.D. Vance, who is currently a senator. I don't know too much about this guy, other than the fact he used to be a Never Trumper, which in itself is pretty interesting. He's actually compared Trump in the past to Hitler. So yeah, very interesting pick for Republican VP, but yeah, this is going to be a very interesting race, and it was going to be regardless, even if, Joe was still in it. But yeah, it now being Kamala versus Trump, it's very, very interesting. And as I say, I think a lot of it comes down to who's the VP pick. I think a lot of it comes down to, can Kamala, in a relatively short amount of time, bring more people back to the Democratic side. And yeah, at the end of the day, I think this is nothing but a good change. I think that having Kamala in that position is very beneficial for the party, and I'm excited. I'm honestly really excited to see where this goes. It's going to be very, very interesting, especially we've already seen Kamala and Vance debate, and she absolutely destroyed him, quite frankly. So it's very interesting to see where it goes in the future, whether she can go toe-to-toe against Trump, whether, it can all work out in the end and stuff like that. I'm very, very interested. And yeah, I wonder, I really do, what, if any, ammunition the Republicans are going to have. Because at this point, it has mostly been the aforementioned stuff, just taking clips of her out of context, her laugh out of context, and there's been a few things about DEI, which the whole diversity, equity, inclusion thing, I think, is a non-argument. It's just another word for woke. It's another word for, just it's just racist or sexist or whatever, just with a different layer of paint, really. I don't know. But that's a conversation for a different time, I think. But yeah, there we go. Kamala Harris for president 2024, and yeah, I'm very interested in seeing where this goes. I'm very excited, and yeah, I actually care about this election cycle right now because suddenly there's hope for the Democrats, and it's really nice to see. But yeah, in any case, that's going to be it for this video. So hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like it, subscribe to the and ring that bell if you never want to miss a video. Otherwise, comment below, thoughts and feelings, whether you're, either side. I know I'm very much leaning Democrat, but yeah, if you are a Republican, tell me what your thoughts are, tell me what you think, tell me about Vance, tell me things that are positive about Vance. I'm sure there is something, but yeah, in any case, that's going to be it from me, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!